Imagine stepping onto your apartment balcony on a warm summer morning, reaching past lush green leaves, and picking a sun-warmed piece of fruit that you grew yourself. Right there, 12 stories above the street, in a container the size of a laundry basket. If that sounds like a fantasy reserved for people with backyards and garden beds and acres of land, you are about to discover that you have been wrong all along. Dwarf and compact fruit trees have transformed urban gardening entirely, and right now, in cities all across the United States, apartment dwellers are growing figs, lemons, limes, peaches, kumquats, and more on balconies, rooftop terraces, and even in front of bright sunny windows. You do not need a yard. You do not need a lot of space. You do not need experience. You need a container, the right variety, a sunny spot, and a willingness to follow a few key care practices that make all the difference between a tree that thrives and one that merely survives. This guide is going to give you all of it. Before introducing the 5 best fruit trees for apartment balconies, it helps to understand why container growing works, as well as it does for fruit trees, especially for beginners who may assume that fruit trees are inherently large and demanding. The truth is that the root system of a tree largely determines its above-ground size. When a root system is contained within a pot, the tree self-regulates and stays proportionally smaller than it would in open ground. Not unhealthily so, but naturally compact. Dwarf and semi-dwarf varieties take this one step further by being grafted onto rootstocks, specifically bred to produce smaller trees with proportionally smaller root needs, which means they reach their full productive potential in containers that apartment gardeners can actually manage. A tree in a 12 to 20 gallon container on a balcony can produce dozens of pieces of fruit per season. Real, full-sized, full-flavored fruit, year after year, with the right care. The keys to that care are what this guide covers in full. The first tree on this list is the Meyer lemon, and if there is a single fruit tree that the entire beginner container gardening community agrees is the most forgiving, most productive, and most rewarding variety to grow in a pot, this is it. Meyer lemons are a hybrid between a standard lemon and a mandarin orange, which gives their fruit a sweeter, less acidic flavor than grocery store lemons. With a thin, smooth skin that is deeply fragrant and edible, the trees themselves are compact, typically reaching 4 to 6 feet in a container, and they produce fruit almost continuously in mild climates, with most trees bearing 2 to 3 heavy crops per year in warmer zones and 1 substantial crop per year in cooler regions with proper care. Meyer lemon trees are self-fertile, which means one tree is all you need to get fruit without any pollination partner. They thrive in containers 12 inches or larger in diameter, prefer full sun with a minimum of 6 to 8 hours of direct light per day, and do exceptionally well on south or southwest facing balconies that collect maximum daily sunlight. In USDA hardiness zones 9 through 11, Meyer lemons can stay outside year-round in containers. In colder zones, they should be brought indoors near a bright south-facing window, or under grow lights when temperatures drop below 35 degrees Fahrenheit. The second tree is the dwarf peach, and growing your own peaches on an apartment balcony is one of the most satisfying things you will ever do as a container gardener. Dwarf peach varieties such as Bonanza, Compact Reliance, and El Dorado reach only 4 to 6 feet at maturity in a container. Produce full-sized peaches with the deep, aromatic sweetness that grocery store peaches almost never deliver, and thrive in containers as small as 15 to 20 gallons. Dwarf peaches are deciduous. They lose their leaves in winter, go dormant, and burst back to life in spring with a stunning flush of pink blossoms that is as beautiful as any ornamental tree. Most dwarf peach varieties are self-fertile, requiring no pollination partner. They need cold hours to set fruit, a period of winter temperatures below 45 degrees Fahrenheit called chill hours, which means they perform best in climates with actual winters, making them an excellent choice for apartment gardeners in the northern and central United States, from zones 5 through 8. If your balcony is in a colder zone, move your dwarf peach to a sheltered spot against the building wall during extreme freezes, but allow it to experience its full winter dormancy, rather than protecting it from all cold. The dormancy cycle is what tells the tree to bloom and fruit when spring arrives. The third tree is the kumquat, and if you want a fruit tree that looks extraordinary, requires minimal space, is arguably the most cold-tolerant of all citrus species, and produces fruit that your neighbors will stop and ask about every time they pass by, kumquat is your answer. Kumquats are unique among edible citrus because the entire fruit is eaten, skin and all. The skin is sweet, the flesh is tart, and when you bite into one just picked from your own tree, the explosion of flavor is completely unlike anything available at a supermarket. Nagami and Meiwa are the 2 most popular container varieties, both reaching 4 to 5 feet at maturity in a 12 to 15 gallon pot, with dense glossy foliage that is attractive year-round and clusters of small oval fruit that ripen from green to deep orange, beginning in late fall and persisting through winter. Kumquats are evergreen and self-fertile. They are the most cold-tolerant of common citrus varieties, tolerating brief temperature dips to 15 degrees Fahrenheit, in some cases, which makes them suitable for balconies in zones 6 through 11. Their compact size and slow growth rate make them ideal for smaller balconies where space is truly limited. Kumquats also bloom repeatedly through the season, and their small white blossoms have a fragrance that rivals any flowering shrub in intensity and beauty. The fourth tree is the dwarf fig, and it may be the single most low-maintenance fruit bearing plant you can grow in a container. Figs have been cultivated by humans for thousands of years, and their enduring appeal is easy to understand. They produce rich, honeyed fruit with almost no effort beyond basic watering and occasional feeding. They are remarkably tolerant of container growing, and they adapt well to balcony conditions in a wide range of American climates. Varieties bred specifically for container culture, such as Little Miss Figgy, Violette de Bordeaux, and Petite Negra, stay naturally compact, typically under 4 feet in a standard 15-gallon container, while producing abundant crops of small, intensely flavored figs that are far superior in taste to anything sold at retail. Figs are self-fertile, which means a single tree produces fruit without any pollination help. They are deciduous in zones 6 through 9, going dormant in winter and returning vigorously in spring. In zones 9 through 11, they may remain semi-evergreen. Container figs need at minimum 6 hours of direct sun per day, and perform best with 8 or more hours on a sunny south or southwest-facing balcony. One of the most appealing characteristics of fig trees for apartment gardeners is their drought tolerance relative to other fruit trees. They prefer to dry slightly between waterings, rather than sitting in consistently moist soil, which means a slightly irregular watering schedule is less damaging to a fig than to most other fruit tree varieties. The fifth tree is the Calamondin orange. And, if you are looking for a fruit tree that doubles as a stunning year-round ornamental, produces fruit in astonishing quantities for its small size, and adapts beautifully to the lower light conditions that many apartment balconies experience, Calamondin is the tree you have been looking for. Calamondin is a hybrid between a kumquat and a mandarin, producing small round fruits about the size of a large marble that are loaded with intensely fragrant, tart juice, perfect for cocktails, marinades, salad dressings, and baked goods. A single Calamondin tree in a 10 to 12-gallon container will produce hundreds of fruits per season, with fruit present on the tree in various stages of ripening for most of the year. Calamondin trees are naturally compact, typically reaching 3 to 4 feet in a container, with dense dark green foliage and white blossoms that perfume an entire balcony with citrus fragrance. They are self-fertile, evergreen, and well-suited to container culture in zones 8 through 11, with the ability to thrive indoors near a bright window in colder zones. Of all the fruit trees on this list, Calamondin is the most tolerant of lower light conditions, making it a strong choice for balconies. With eastern exposure or partial shade for part of the day, regardless of which fruit tree you choose, light is the non-negotiable foundation of successful container fruit growing on a balcony. Every tree on this list requires a minimum of 6 hours of direct sunlight per day to produce fruit, with 8 to 10 hours producing the best results. South and southwest-facing balconies typically provide the most daily sun exposure and are ideal for all 5 varieties. East-facing balconies receive morning sun and afternoon shade, adequate for Calamondin, manageable for Kumquat and Meyer lemon, and marginally sufficient for fig and dwarf peach. West-facing balconies receive afternoon sun and morning shade, which works reasonably well for all 5 trees. North-facing balconies receive the least direct sun and are generally not suitable for fruit production without grow light supplementation. In terms of temperature, Meyer lemon and Calamondin prefer consistently warm conditions between 55 and 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and should be brought inside when temperatures drop below 40 degrees. Kumquats tolerate brief cold dips more than other citrus. Dwarf peaches and figs actually require winter cold for dormancy and fruit set, and should be allowed to experience seasonal temperature drops naturally, with protection only against sustained extreme freezes below 10 degrees Fahrenheit for figs, and below 0 for most peach varieties. Correct watering is the skill that separates thriving container fruit trees from struggling ones, and the core principle is consistency without excess. Container trees are more vulnerable to both overwatering and underwatering than trees in the ground because their root systems cannot extend beyond the pot in search of moisture, and their containers can dry out quickly on a sunny, wind-exposed balcony. The correct approach is to water deeply and thoroughly every time you water, meaning water until it flows freely from the drainage holes at the bottom of the container, and then allow the top 2 inches of soil to dry out before watering again. This cycle of thorough soaking followed by partial drying is what fruit tree roots thrive in, because it ensures both deep moisture penetration and adequate oxygen exchange at the root level. Stick a finger 2 inches into the growing medium. If it feels dry and the mix pulls away from the pot wall, water thoroughly. If it still feels cool and slightly moist, check again in 1 to 2 days. During summer, containers on sunny balconies may need watering every 1 to 2 days in hot weather. During winter dormancy for deciduous trees like fig and dwarf peach, watering frequency drops significantly. Once a week or less, just enough to prevent the roots from completely desiccating. Always ensure your containers have adequate drainage holes. Sitting in standing water, even briefly, causes root rot in fruit trees, which is one of the most common and most preventable causes of container fruit tree failure. Fertilizing container fruit trees regularly is essential because the repeated watering that container growing requires gradually flushes nutrients out of the growing medium. leaving the tree dependent on supplemental feeding to sustain healthy growth and productive fruiting. During the active growing season, typically March through September in most American climates, feed your container fruit trees every 2 to 4 weeks with a balanced, slow-release fertilizer, or liquid citrus and fruit tree formula. For citrus trees specifically, Meyer lemon, kumquat, and calamondin, a fertilizer with a higher nitrogen ratio and added micronutrients including iron, manganese, and magnesium will prevent the yellowing of leaves called chlorosis, which is common in potted citrus and almost always a sign of nutrient deficiency rather than disease. For dwarf peach and fig, a balanced 10 to 10 formulation, or one slightly higher in potassium during the fruiting period, supports strong fruit development. Reduce feeding significantly in fall and stop entirely during winter dormancy. For deciduous trees, resume feeding in late winter as you see the first signs of new growth emerging. Pruning container fruit trees keeps them sized appropriately for their containers, improves light penetration into the canopy, and removes the dead, crossing, and inward-growing branches that reduce airflow and invite disease. Prune after fruiting is complete, or in late winter before new growth begins. For citrus, light shaping throughout the season is acceptable. For fig and dwarf peach, a more structured annual pruning removes the previous year's dense growth and encourages productive new wood cons fruit trees on apartment balconies. Face a predictable set of challenges, and knowing what to look for makes every problem easy to address. Yellowing leaves on citrus trees are almost always caused by iron, manganese, or magnesium deficiency. Common in potted citrus because these micronutrients leach from the soil quickly with regular watering. Treat with a chelated micronutrient spray, or a citrus-specific fertilizer that includes these elements. Leaf drop is usually caused by sudden temperature changes, overwatering, or bringing a tree indoors too quickly without acclimatization. Adjust your care environment gradually when moving trees between indoors and outdoors. Fruit drop before ripening is most often caused by inconsistent watering, particularly a period of drought, followed by heavy watering. The tree sheds developing fruit in response to stress, so maintaining consistent moisture is the most effective prevention. Pests common to balcony fruit trees include spider mites in hot, dry conditions, scale insects on stems and leaf undersides, and aphids on new growth. Spider mites are controlled by increasing humidity around the tree and spraying with insecticidal soap or neem oil. Scale insects are removed manually with a cotton swab dipped in rubbing alcohol, followed by a neem oil spray. Aphids are knocked off with a strong stream of water, or treated with insecticidal soap. Root-bound trees. Trees whose roots have filled the entire container and begun circling need to be moved to a container 2 to 4 inches larger in diameter to continue healthy growth. If you notice roots growing out of the drainage holes or circling visibly at the soil surface, it is time to repot. Finally, lack of fruiting despite a healthy-looking tree is almost always a light issue. Most fruit trees simply will not fruit without sufficient direct sunlight. No matter how healthy the foliage looks, a fruit tree on your apartment balcony is not a compromise. It is not a consolation prize for not having a yard. It is a genuine, productive, beautiful garden in a container. One that gives you fresh-picked fruit, fragrant blossoms, lush green foliage, and the deep satisfaction of having grown something real in whatever space you have been given. Meyer lemon, dwarf peach, kumquat, dwarf fig, and calamondin orange are 5 of the most container-friendly, beginner-forgiving, and genuinely rewarding fruit trees available to American gardeners right now. Any one of them can transform your balcony from an unused square of concrete into a producing garden that brings you joy every single time you step outside. Your balcony is ready for a fruit tree right now. Today, choose the variety that fits your sun exposure and climate zone. Pick up a container that is at least 12 to 15 gallons with good drainage. Grab a bag of premium potting mix designed for containers and plant your first balcony fruit tree this season. Then come back here and tell us in the comments which tree you chose and why. We want to hear your story from day one. If you are unsure which variety is right for your specific balcony conditions, describe your setup in the comments and our community will help you figure it out. And if this guide helped you feel ready to start, share it with one friend who has been wanting to grow something but thought they didn't have enough space. Because the space is there. It has always been there. It was just waiting for the right tree. If you love learning about seasonal flowering plants, vegetables, gardening tips, and nature care, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Nature Nurture Hub, your home for year-round garden inspiration. Let's keep growing together.